persistent discussions, persistent phone calls to my house late at night, on the weekends when I was tired, late at night when all of my resistance was down because my daughter was yelling and running around and didn't want to get in the bed. Bernadette would call, and Bernadette wore me down. And it wasn't that I did not wish to have something grand in District 46 or at the Carver Museum. It was that these statues have a history. They have quite a history. In 1999, the state of Texas commissioned the Juneteenth Commission to create statues that would represent the symbolic nature of Juneteenth and the struggle of a people who had been enslaved. Unfortunately, when we saw replicas and pictures and things, I think on that particular morning in appropriations, I may have gotten up a little bit too early and just couldn't go any further. Had to cut off that funding. Over $1,003 had been spent, $1.3 spent, not a little bit, on statues that just didn't quite seem to represent. So these statues were pretty much hidden, not just left in a foundry. They were hidden. I can say it now because we have something good to come up. But we were hiding them from Ken Herman. Because Ken was on top of it. And he was on top of the right thing and looking for what came out of the funding that was put forth. But then one of the statues was moved to an area behind some bushes in Galveston, and we started to feel a little bit better about the other statues. And at that time, which was in 2011, 2013, Bernadette started having an interest. And the Black Caucus decided it was time to stop hiding. Stop hiding these statues. There were a couple folks who had interest, but Bernadette had the interest, and we were able within 1 week, because of the openness of Andre Dukes, not my son, who was over the equipment at the Facilities Commission, whose heart is very deep with roots in East Austin, thought that it would also be a grand thing for these statues to find a home, a proper home in East Austin, and Terry Keel, who was willing to work with the Texas Legislative Black Caucus and negotiate a memo of understanding between the City of Austin, Legislative Black Caucus, the Facilities Commission, and the Austin chapter of the Links, an organization that is dedicated to the diaspora of African Americans. We thought it would be quite befitting, because Juneteenth in Texas, much like many things that happen in this nation, was a little late in coming. It took about a year and 6 months for the official word to move down to this southern state, a southern state that is having a hard time embracing a rainbow flag right now. This southern state that just has a hard time embracing women's issues, even though the Pope has said women shouldn't breed like rabbits, but this state still doesn't believe in birth control. This state that's had great difficulty, but General Granger finally landed and read the proclamation to ensure that all people in this nation would know that they were free. And it wasn't so much for the slaves as it was for the slave owners to know that the Civil War was over and everyone would have an opportunity in this land to grow and to prosper. The journey of these statues has been long, it has been hidden, it has been enslaved, but now the sojourn is over, and they rest in a beautiful garden that everyone will be able to enjoy, a product that started out with questions, but now there's no question at all of where they belong. They are home at Carver, thanks to the City of Austin, the Legislative Black Caucus Chairman Sylvester Turner, Bernadette Pfeiffer, who worked day in and day out, and the Austin chapter of the Links. And with that, I would like to close with a resolution from Chairman Sylvester Turner, who is not able to be with us today because he is working very hard to become mayor of Houston. And we wish him well. So, on behalf of Chairman Sylvester Turner, whereas the year 2015 marks the 150th anniversary of Juneteenth, and fittingly, many proud Texans are gathering at the George Washington Carver Museum and Cultural Center in Austin on June 27th to mark the dedication of the Juneteenth Memorial Monument. And whereas a collection of 5 sculptures, the monument celebrates the announcement in Galveston, June 19, 1865, that all slaves in Texas were now free, in accordance with the Emancipation Proclamation that had been previously issued by President Abraham Lincoln. The monument represents the communication of this joyous news and incorporates an interpretive panel relating the history of enslavement and emancipation in the United States, as well as a bronze bell that allows visitors to let freedom ring. And whereas the 5 statues were originally commissioned in 1999 by the Texas Emancipation Juneteenth Cultural and Historical Commission through the efforts of the Austin chapter of the Links, the City of Austin, State Representative Dawnna, the memorial has been installed on the grounds of the Carver Museum, and this notable institution dedicated to the preservation of African American heritage provides a fitting showcase for the monument. And whereas in the years to come, the Juneteenth Memorial Monument will remind citizens of the long road to freedom and serve as a source of inspiration in the continuing quest for social justice. Now, therefore, let it be resolved that the dedication of the Juneteenth Memorial Monument be commemorated, and that all those involved in this placement at the George Washington Carver Museum and Cultural Center be extended sincere appreciation for their important contributions. And Senator, I would hope that when the negotiations on this contract comes up again in 99 years, that you will be the ones to push forward to stay there. Thank you all.